Hello, my friend. My name is Ngakan Putu Widyasprana. You can call me Ngakan. My NEM is 033.
Okay, my friend. Now I will discuss about the passive. What is passive form? In the passive form, the object of an active verb become a subject in passive verb. The simple meaning is subject become an object and object become a subject. With some rule like from the passive be plus past participle. So let's go to the example. Akan help the little girl. We can classify Ngakan is a subject, help is a verb, the little girl is object. So we can change the little girl. B help is a past past tense, but the little girl was helped by Ngakan. The little girl was helped by Ngakan. So the little girl is a new subject, okay? New subject. Was helped is a be plus part past participle and by Ngakan. By Ngakan is a object, but by followed by noun is the name is agent. Okay, let's go next. The other form in other tense. Simple present. Mary helps the boy. Become the boy is helped by Mary. In present progressive, Mary is helping the boy. The boy is being helped by Mary. After that, in the passive, has a question form. Is the boy is helped by Mary? Is the boy being helped by Mary? So the structure, the formula is B. The boy is a new subject. Being helped is a past participle and plus by all subject like that, all subject and question mark. Okay, let's go to the exercise. Forming passive. Number one, Tom's opened the door. The door is an object. The door is opened by Tom. Like that. Krishna is kicking the boxing bag. The boxing bag is being kicked by Krishna. Is Rachel opening the lock? So the passive form, the lock is the lock being opened by Rachel, like this. Okay, thank you.
Now I'm going to explain about passive voice, especially in using the passive. My name is Albertus with three last digit of student number 093. The first one is using the passive voice without the by phrase. Usually the passive is used without by phrase since we doesn't know who was performing the action. And in this example, rice is grown in India, but what but regarding who the one grown it is we doesn't know. The second one is our house was built in 1980, also same as before. In this case, we also doesn't know who the one made the house. And the third one is this olive oil was imported from Crete. Crete. The second one is by using the by phrase. The by phrase is usually included only if it's important to know who performed an action. In this case, the example is "Life on Mississippi" was written by Mark Twain, since it tells about a book, it's necessary to also mention who the one who made the book itself. And the third one is sometimes even if the speaker who knows who performed an action, they might choose to use the passive with a by phrase. In this case, one might use active voice instead of the passive voice if they know who the one who performed the action. But sometimes there's also the case where even though the one already know who performed an action, he might want to focus on the object itself rather than the one who performed the object. So in this case, the passive voice is used instead. The example is, "This rock was made by my aunt. That rock was made by my mother." In these two sentences, the main focus isn't who made it, but rather the rock itself, which is one made by his or her aunt and the other is made by his or her mother. Here's some exercise. We need to convert the active voice on the left to their passive voice equivalent, if there is one. The first one is, "People grow corn in Iowa." The second one, "Peter came here 2 months ago." The third one, "Someone made this antique table in 1734." And the last one is, "Someone stole my purse." The first one will become, "Corn is grown in Iowa," but who the one is grow the corn, we doesn't know. So hence we doesn't use the by phrase. The second one is no change, since it can be converted to the passive one. And then the third one is become, "This antique table was made in 1734." But regarding who actually made the antique table, we doesn't know. And the last one is, "Someone stole my purse," which become in passive voice form, "My purse was stolen." But who the one stolen the purse, we doesn't know. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kompiang Sukadharma and my student number is 83. Now I will continue my friend's presentation. Soon my friend have explained about how to form the passive voice from the active voice. We need to substitute the position of subject and object and convert the verb become to verb 3. Then add be before the verb 3 depends on what tenses of active sentence. But how to form the passive voice if we have two objects in one sentence? Now I will explain about that. My material is indirect objects as passive subject. I have one example here, which the sentence have two objects in one sentence. The sentence is, "Someone gave Mrs. Lee an award." If we want to form the passive voice, if we have two objects, we need to identify their object and indirect object. If we want to identify their object, we need to ask the sentence with what? Someone give what? Someone give an award. So an award is the direct object. In their object, we should ask the sentence with whom. Someone give an award to whom? Someone give an award to Mrs. Lee. Thus, the in their object is Mrs. Lee. In one active voice, we could form two forms of passive voice from the one active voice. The the first the first form is if we um, use in their object as subject. Become Mrs. Lee was given an award. The second one is their object become the subject. The passive voice sentence become an award was given to Mrs. Lee. I have one exercise here. Someone has given Maria a promotion at her job as computer programmer at Microsoft. Okay, first we need to identify the indirect object. The indirect object is we need to ask what? Someone has given what? Someone has given a promotion at her job as computer programmer at Microsoft. So this clause is indirect object. I'm sorry. This is direct object. This is direct object. Second, we need to identify the indirect object. The indirect object is we need to ask to whom. Someone has given a promotion, blah blah blah, to whom? To Maria. So Maria is indirect object. We could form two forms of passive voice. First, the form is if indirect object become subject. So Maria has been given a promotion at her job as computer programmer at Microsoft. Maria has been given a promotion at her job as computer programmer. Okay. We could add Microsoft here. Okay. The second form is a promotion job as computer programmer at Microsoft has been given to Maria. A promotion job as computer programmer at Microsoft. Here is at Microsoft. Microsoft has been given to Maria. If we pay attention, in the second form, at her was omitted. Why at her was omitted? Because their object become the subject. The pronouns her is not pointing to anyone yet. So we shouldn't add her to the subject because not pointing to anyone yet. So if we want to use pronouns, we should have to point the pronouns to anyone. Okay, that's enough from me. Thank you.
Hello, my friends and my teacher. Now I will discuss about the passive form of modals and prasa modals. Before that, my name is Yauw James Fang and my student number is 078. Okay, we start about that. The first is the passive form. On the passive form, the form is modals plus be plus past participle. The modal like will, can, should, may, had better, ought to, has to, is supposed to. That is a modal example of modal. And plus be and the past participle, past participle is verb 3. Okay, we check example from A. A, the subject is Tom, modal is will. B, past participle is invited. Verb 1 is invite. Past participle invited to the picnic. So Tom will be invited to the picnic. Example B. The window can be opened. Example C. Children should be taught to respect their elders. Okay, that is the example. And the point is the passive form is modal plus be plus past participle. Okay, we go to exercise. Number 1. James should tell blank the news as soon as possible. Okay, we look, this is passive form. The passive form is subject plus modal plus be plus past participle. And then we look, the modal is should, and so plus be plus past participle from tell. Past participle from tell is told. So the answer is James should be told the news as soon as possible. Okay, let's read next to number 2. The entire valley can see blank from their mountain home. Okay, so the modal is can. Past participle from see is seen. So the answer is the entire valley can be seen from their mountain home. Okay, that is. So next we discuss about the past passive forms. If the past passive form, then events begin at the past until now. We can look the at verb of time like last week, over 200 years ago, and other. Okay, we look, the form is modal plus have been plus past participle. Modal like should, must, or ought to, and other, and plus have been plus past participle or verb 3. Okay, we check example of I. The letter should have been sent last week. Okay, we check the example of J. This house must have been built over 200 years ago. Okay, that is the past passive form. There is an adverb of time in the past and the process until now. We go to exercise. Number 1. James should tell blank the news a long time ago. We look, adverb of time is a long time ago. So we use the past passive form. And the form of past passive form is should plus have been plus past participle from tell is told. So the answer is James should have been told the news a long time ago. Okay, good. Next, number 2. The book should send blank from Jakarta a week ago. We look a week ago because that we use the past passive forms. So the answer is the book should have been, past participle from send is sent. Should have been sent from Jakarta a week ago. So like this. Okay, thank you.
Okay, my name is Diah Pramesti. For the last digit number is 68. So I will explain about stative passive. What is stative passive? Stative passive is the combination of the verbs to be with adjective that describe an emotional state. A stative passive sentence which has the same form as the passive voice but has a different function and is not followed by a by in the passive voice sentence. So for the sentence pattern is subject plus be auxiliary plus past participle of verb 3. For the example is A, the door is old. In A, the old is an adjective, it describes the door. And B, the door is locked. And in B, locked is a past participle of verb 3, like the sentence pattern. There's subject plus be plus past participle of verb 3. So in this sentence is the door is a subject, is a be, locked is past participle. And for another example is now the door is locked and D, now the windows is broken. When the passive form is used to describe an existing situation or state, in C and D it is called the stative passive. In stative passive, there's no action is taking place, and B, there's no by phrase, and C, the past participle function as an adjective. So for the exercise, Sarah is wearing a blouse. It blank 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 of cotton. So we have to fill the blank with what is the verb 3 of make. The answer is made. So there's subject, there's be auxiliary and made of for the verb 3. So Sarah is wearing a blouse. It is made of cotton. For another exercise, the light in this room blank 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 on. So we have to choose what is the verb 3 of turn. The answer is are turned. Are turned. So the subject is the light in this room. So the be auxiliary is are. So verb 3 are turned on. So for the last exercise is we can go any further. The car bang 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 in the mud. So we have to choose what is the verb 3 of stick. The answer is stuck. So for the subject is the car, the auxiliary is, and stuck was the verb 3. That's it. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Audy, ID number 013. This our lesson talk about the passive with get. First, here's a quick refresher on active and passive voice. In an active sentence, the subject performs the action of the verb. The object reserves it. Take the sentence. I broke my favorite cup. The subject is I, and the object is my favorite cup. In a passive sentence, the subject reserves the action of the verb. So, in the standard be passive, the sentence becomes my favorite cup was broken. But in the get passive, the verb get replaced be. It becomes my favorite cup got broken. Let's first talk about get plus adjective. The verb get can be followed by some adjective to express the idea of change or becoming something. We use this structure for people and things. Here's an example with adjective hungry. What time are we meeting for lunch? I'm getting hungry. Notice the use get in the present continuous verb tense. Get plus hungry is such a fixed English collection that it sounds unnatural any other way. Saying I'm becoming hungry, for instance, sounds so unnatural that the listener might be unsure of its meaning. Second, we talk about get plus past participle. Get can also be followed by the past participle, the form of verb that usually ends in a or n. The verb get Express action so for distractor, we use it with action verb. Action verb express physical or mental action. Listen to an example. His brother got married last year. Married is the past participle of marry. For the get passive, we don't use dative verb, such as know, believe, say, and understand. So, the get passive is used with action verb, but be passive can be used with action and stative verb. Next, we talk about desirable or negative. So, the get passive can help bring attention to specific details about a person or action. For the reason, we often use it to talk about something either desirable, unexpected, or negative. Here is another example of a desirable event. Vanessa got promoted to program director. We also use it to talk about things that are negative or unexpected. As in this, please be careful. You don't want to get hit by a car. And of course, this next thing is both undesirable and unexpected. The company's server got hacked last week. Okay, for our exercise, for each sentence, use the passive we get whenever possible. Number 1. I don't know why this clothes is always so dirty. It blank every morning. The correct answer is get clean. Number 2. Blank for a job you enjoy doing must be the definition of a happy life. The correct answer is getting paid. Number 3. Did you hear the Jane blank to a management position at work? What's great news? The correct answer is got promoted. Okay, and the last, blank been left blank in an art crash in England in the 1940s. Correct answer is got killed. Okay, that's all about our lesson. Thank you for your attention. See you!